Hello and welcome to my channel. So this one I showed you here was a 3D print I found online, and this little flat piece and the top piece here is some I designed. The little gas tank is printed so that it is kind of around 5 centimeters in the height, so it is smaller than the original print file. I will link to that print file in the info box below. So these two parts I made here, I am going to paint them black. The little top piece here is to put onto the gas tank, and then of course it is the I don't know the name for this one. We call them gasblus in Danish. Let me just check that. So the little thing next to the one I'm painting here is the gas burner. And I'm painting everything black. So I am using my liquid silver paint here. You can use any kind of silver for making the details here, just the silver paint. So if you have the silver from Vallejo, that is perfect as well. And with my silver I am painting the pieces here on the gas can or canister or what you call that. So the little thingy here, the front part I'm going to paint red later, and then of course I am painting the top part around the canister as well, just to give it a little more interest. I also give this little top part here the silver look. So the bottom part is where it is open into a hole that goes up, and the top part is where it is just flat on the top. So I'm just giving the top brim here a silver edge, you can call that. And then I'm dry brushing this little burner here with the silver so that it looks like it had been black at some point, but it is metal and it has been worn and stuff like that. Don't forget all the corners and maybe even the bottom part of this one, but you don't actually really need to do the bottom part of it. Then I printed out a logo for one of these gas bottles here, or again what you call those, and I am cutting that one out and gluing that on each side of the bottle. I will leave a link in the info box below for this print file if you want to use this logo, or you could go online, Google some kind of bottle, and then use that instead if you want to. And if you're really good, you could maybe paint it on. Then I have a small plastic tube, and I am using my Dremel with a 1mm drill on there, and I'm drilling a hole through this little plastic piece on top, so that it is kind of, I can cut it off, and then you have 1/2 centimeter or something, and the hole is in the middle of that 1/2 centimeter. I just clean up the hole a tiny bit before I cut off the little piece. I want this eye pin to, no, that's not an eye pin, it's a head pin. I want this head pin to be able to go through the holes that we just drilled, and mine was not big enough for some reason, so I just clean up the hole here. I cut the plastic tube in the length of 1/2 centimeter, and it went flying, so that's why you don't see me do it. And now I am using the head pin here and gluing on a tiny detail for the little handle where you turn your gas burner, and I'm gonna leave that to dry. So here I have a toothed washer in 7mm, and I am going to glue that on top of the little plastic piece here. Again, I'm using some super glue with that. So while that is gluing, I am taking my Fimo glaze and I'm glazing all the orange part here on this gas canister to make it a little more shiny and metally looking. And I'm just taking my time with this so I can get it all over this little thingy. And I am also giving the gas burner a tiny bit of this glaze because I want that to be kind of shiny as well. So I'm just taking my time with this. Now I'm using a red orangey colored paint here, and I'm coloring the handle on the gas and the handle for the gas burner. We did not connect that together yet, but I am painting both of these parts with this color. Now it is time to put everything together, and I used my Dremel to widen the hole in the gas burner, and I am using my head pin and putting that through one of the holes in the gas burner. Then I am placing this little metal jibber that we made. I actually painted that gray somewhere. I forgot when, and I don't have that on camera. And then I place the head pin through the other side, so there's a hole more. And now I am making sure that this little thing in the middle of the gas burner is glued in where I want it. And I'm also gluing the handle piece so that it won't turn around. I need it to be exactly where it is. And then I cut off the head pin here, but leaving at least 0.5 centimeter or around there sticking out at the end. Then I have this rubber tube here. I found that on AliExpress. I'm actually not sure what it is called anymore, but it is hollow, so I'm just placing that over the head pins here at the bottom, so it looks like the gas wire, or what do you call that, tube, gas tube. You could use a piece of a wire here instead if you don't have this tube or something like it, then just use a wire. Then I am taking the little extra piece from the head pin, and I am going to glue that into the top part, the little round top part, again with my super glue. So this little piece of the head pin is sticking out from the top part, and I'm using my super glue gel to glue this little tube onto that wire so that you don't see the wire. And that's it. The little gas burner is all done. And it actually looks really neat, and you can connect it here at the top if you want to. I'm just correcting the tube so that it will sit straight. And I actually thought I was done there, but I remembered that I wanted this metal piece around the tube to look like these things that is kind of holding the tube in place. So I colored this thin piece of paper with my chrome marker. This is actually a silver chrome marker, so that I can glue a tiny piece of that paper here with the silver on around the tube that we have. So I'm just making sure it is kind of rounded before I continue. And I'm just using a tiny tacky glue here, trying to get that onto the paper, and it wouldn't come out. But eventually that worked. And then I am just taking the little thing here, and I'm going close to the end of the tube and just wrapping it around the tube. It is actually a little tricky, but it is working. And then I'm just cutting off the excess and making sure, of course, I have enough glue on there to let it go all the way around. And I'm gonna do the same in the other end of the little tube here. That is just a little detail. You don't need to do this, but I actually think it's a pretty cool detail on this little gas burner here. And then in the end we have a very nice gas burner and the little gas bottle. I will leave a link in the info box below for my gas burner and for the gas bottle that I used, so you can find that one. And remember, I printed the gas bottle in 5 centimeters tall. That is it for today. I hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching and happy crafting.